You are listening to GHP Radio, powered by iTrackRadio.com, your independent music source. Fresh, new music, right here on the all-new GHP Radio, your new independent music source.
vacation. I've been out on more than one occasion, but baby, I've been saving up my love for you. Drop a check in Father and I'm waiting. Been working hard and patient from 9 to 5 to weekend, and I know who to spend it on. There's only you to excel. I got some PTO, so check into Hilton and let's go. Don't wanna be moonlighting. We're a full-time lover hiring, but I'ma be right here. Don't wanna be moonlighting. Got no part-time lover hiring, but I'ma be right here. People want a piece of what we have. Like the saying goes, the grass ain't greener on that side. No matter what they're saying, even what we do. Baby, I'm too wrapped up in you. Been working hard and patient from 9 to 5 to weekend, and I know who to spend it on. There's only you to excel. I got some PTO, so check into Hilton and let's go. Don't wanna be moonlighting. We're a full-time lover hiring, but I'ma be right here. Don't wanna be moonlighting. Got no part-time lover hiring, but I'ma be right here. I'ma be right here. Moonlight, so right, you are full-time, so I'm gonna work it right. With no part-time love life, let me work it right. You are full-time, so I'm gonna work it right. With no part-time love life, let me work it right. Don't wanna be moonlighting. We're a full-time lover hiring, but I'ma be right here. Don't wanna be moonlighting. Got no part-time lover hiring, but I'ma be right here. You are full-time, with no part-time love life. You are full-time, part-time love life. Let me work it right. Don't wanna be moonlighting. Full-time lover hiring. Don't wanna be moonlighting. Got no part-time lover hiring, but I'ma be right here.
Shut down the computer, it's time to leave work. About to hit the town and put happy hour on alert. You have warm eyes, do you mind if I sit by your side? I was wondering if I could interest you in the ultimate joyride. There'll be no pressure, I'll be on my best behavior. I believe that every moment in life should be treated like fine wine. It can't be rushed, it has to simmer and then be served later. You are very lovely, and your name is? It's a pleasure to meet you, I am Zamir. And might I add that smile you're wearing has hypnotic appeal.
I got what you want, got what you need. Set yourself free, come along and roll with me. If you want a good time, come take this ride. Set yourself free, come along and roll with me.
When I walked up, we were just strangers, but the more we talked, there must have been an arranger. Because I see you like walking on the edge, and I live to have my imagination fed. So let's leave this place and go somewhere time is erased. Whatever your flavor, whatever your taste, with the snap of my finger, it will arrive with haste. Now I know you've heard similar things before, but I promise you after tonight, you'll want for nothing more. So come with me and we'll explore every fantasy you ever wished for.
I got what you want, got what you need. Set yourself free, come along and roll with me. If you want a good time, come take this ride. Set yourself free, come along and roll with me. I got what you want, got what you need. Set yourself free, come along and roll with me. If you want a good time, come take this ride. Set yourself free, come along and roll with me.
Baby, if you got the kind of love that you try to walk out the door, but you just can't seem to get out. Just keeps pulling me in. Hey, I can't go nowhere. Can't stay the same. So deep I ain't felt it before. Oh, yeah, we gotta love so deep. be a breeze. I can be a breeze. I can be your peace. You're everything. Your heart's been locked down. I got the key. Call anytime that you want or you need me. It's you for me. Baby, you know nothing compares to you. I'm just saying it, but I think that you should know, baby. New feelings have opened my mind.
board, especially for you today. Believe it or not.
Short brim. Short brim.
I knew you'd be the first one to talk about the brim of my hat. I knew that.
Oh, we got the groove, baby.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Indie Live Spot. Hope you all are having a great Saturday afternoon, and I hope you've been enjoying some of that wonderful, great music that I've been playing for the past half hour. If you happen to tune in a little bit early, today we're very excited today because we have a wonderful guest. She is a Canadian, and she also is a wonderful vocalist. And I'm talking about JC Soul. Welcome, JC Soul, to the show.
Hey! Hi, everyone. Hi.
Hello. Welcome to the show.
So great to be here.
Hi, JC.
Hi.
Yes. Well, thank you for being here. We're very excited about having you on the show. And
Thanks for having me.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You know, ever since I've been introduced to you and your music, you know, it's just been awesome to play your music over here on our program. You know, of course, we do have a radio station, GHP Radio, that plays 24/7. So you're actually in that playlist of so many great independent artists, and we're happy that you have now made it over to our YouTube show. So thank you for being here.
Thanks, Gary. I love your music too. It's amazing.
Oh, well, thank you very much. Appreciate it. And of course, my two co-hosts here, Von Coulter and Mr. CTK. What's going on, fellas?
How we doing?
Hey, guys.
How's everybody doing?
Gary?
Hi.
Hello, Vaughn.
And I want to say good afternoon to everybody that's in the chat, and as Gary says, hit that like button.
Yeah.
And hit all of those buttons. That thumbs up. You know, since we want to know that you're here.
Yeah.
You know, and enjoying today, and it's 30 degrees right now in Georgia. Yeah. I want you to know that 30 degrees.
Wow.
19 here.
I don't know. It's like -2 here.
67 over here.
Wow. Yeah, CTK had to brag. He got 67. Okay. Yeah.
Rough.
Very nice. We like to bottle some of that up and bring it back here. I wish you could. But anyway, we're very excited today. Thank you, JC, for being here. And so, wow, where do we start? I'm telling you, your music is so awesome. And, you know, how long have you been performing your music? I mean, as far as that goes, and everything. Because I know your history. I don't know your whole complete history, but I'm sure you can tell us today about it. But I think I read somewhere that you used to do some shows with groups and stuff back in the 80s as well.
Yeah, that's basically when I started a long time ago. I've sort of reinvented myself now because I got out of the business for a while. But yeah, when I was in the 80s, I was traveling a lot. That's mainly the reason I got off the road, because I was traveling about 8 months of the year. But we worked in some amazing venues. We worked in some amazing countries, Switzerland and Germany for 3 months. And we did, you know, the Las Vegas Hilton. We did a residence there in the lounge for a few months. So Fontainebleau in Miami, really cool places. Of course, you know, we also had to work at the Queens in, you know, Midland. I mean, it's not always fantastic, but it was an experience and it was a lot of fun. But as I said, I sort of stopped doing it for a while because I really needed to make some money.
Yeah.
And, you know, sort of get into a regular salary routine and a regular life for a while. And then when I sort of retired from that, I got back into music, which has just been in recent years. So it's just amazing because now you can do so many things with your music. I mean, social media allows you just to reach so many people, and I've met you all wonderful people through social media. I just think it's incredible. Some people criticize social media; it's not for them, but for me, it's everything.
Well, if you're an entertainer such as yourself, you know, it's a good way for your fans to connect with you. I'm seeing you all over the place because of social media, and yeah, I'm a fan. I do follow you. Also, I do follow your videos on Easy Jazz TV as well. Jazz FM.
And your videos too, Clarence.
Who, me?
And both of you on Easy Jazz TV.
Good hair, boy. I mean, Gary has some great. great videos. You know, he releases a video every 3 minutes. If you hold on, people, you can catch the next video release in about another minute 55 seconds.
It's true. And we're happy about that.
Yeah. Oh, we love it.
That's comical. Yeah.
But yeah, so
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's been a great trip, and I want to keep it going for as long as I can. Luckily, I have signed with a Canadian label for distribution of a new cover that I'm putting out.
Congratulations.
Yeah, in the next couple of months, we're going to be doing a video and everything, like a real music video. So that's kind of exciting. So I'm kind of looking forward to that in a frightened way, because it's a whole new thing, right?
Yeah.
It's a whole new thing. So we'll see how that goes. My label's actually in Montreal, so I'm going to have to travel there to shoot the video. But we'll see how it goes. It should be a lot of fun. I can't give away the actual name of the cover tune, but I'll say it's a song that was released by Gwen McCrae back in 1975.
I wonder what that could be.
Let me think about that for a moment.
Yeah, you guys think about that. Yeah.
Gwen McCrae.
Yeah,
I
hope
like
you all
that
like
because the fact of the matter is I enjoy all of that music from the 60s and the 70s.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Yeah.
And sometimes you can rework it to sound a little more up to date.
Absolutely.
Still bring back that old vibe, right? So yeah, I'm excited about it. It turned out good.
Sweet.
And I'm glad you started off right there because I was reading an interview you did for a magazine. I believe it is called. Hold on one second. I have to go to my database here and figure this out. Okay. Well, it hasn't rolled up. So anyway, you
I did a few.
on the music of the 1950s, 60s, and 70s from your parents' record collection.
Yes, that's right. So my mother was a big band singer. So
wow, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I mean she had to quit early because my dad didn't want her to do it once they got married, right? But she did do that, and so her taste in music was like all of the sort of jazz and popular artists of that time, like the 50s and even the 60s. So she had an amazing record collection. So that's what I listened to all the time. And then, of course, I was a kid, so I'm listening to my own stuff. So the house was full of music all the time.
Right.
So it just becomes and you guys know, it becomes part of who you are. Right?
Right.
I mean, not everybody has that. And it's after a while you realize that, not all of your friends have that same sort of ability. Because for a while you think they do, and they should, but they don't. And it becomes a really unique and cool thing to do. So yeah, I've had it my whole life.
Now, what was I'm thinking about? When did you actually want to, go into that foray? Was it when you were a teenager, or, in your early 20s? When did it all map out for you that you said, "Oh, I got to do this"? It's
kind of started in spurts. So I think I was in my first band when I was 19, and that was kind of local. We did gigs that we could just sort of drive to and get back home again. And then I got back into it seriously when I was about 25, and that's when I started really traveling around the world and doing gigs. Now in Canada, there's not a lot of R&B, and especially back then there wasn't a lot of R&B. So we started out with show bands. So I don't know if you had show bands in the States. You go right out on the floor and put on a show, and sit on people's laps and things like that, right? So we started out with show bands. So that of course is top 40 stuff, right? So then we sort of morphed into a rock band, which I was fronting. And again, that was top 40 stuff. So there wasn't a lot of R&B, but I managed to squeeze a few songs in here and there that I really like to do. But as I said, it was a really great experience because it taught me about the road. It taught me about discipline when performing and how to take care of my body when performing. And it taught me how to really mix with people. I was really shy up to that point. And when we first started, I used to go to my room in between sets, right, and stay there. And the guy who was running the band said, no, you have to come out and you have to talk to people, PR.
Oh.
So it got to the point where, you couldn't get me back in that room anymore, right? But I learned a lot. And it even helped me later on in my corporate career in dealing with people, right?
Yeah, sure.
Right. So where did you?
So yeah, that was fun.
It almost like you have to have a double personality, because you had to have this when you were actually performing, that personality, and then the shyness came in, and then you would disappear on folks. How did you find that meshing of the two?
Well, it didn't last for long. The shyness didn't last for long. Because sort of once I got into the groove of what was expected of me, I started to enjoy it, right?
Right.
And I guess I found it easier just to be like that all the time than to switch back and forth from one personality to another. But when you're younger, you're always a bit shy, right?
Right.
And as you grow into an adult and you develop, you become a little more people savvy, and you enjoy conversation, and you become more adept at it. So I really enjoyed that part of it, and I still do. I love that. That's why I love social media so much. It's a blast.
It's a blast. It is a
So
blast.
much
It can be, and then it can be something else. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Well, you have to be careful who you follow and what you're, responding to. Like, I don't respond to stuff that's negative or political or anything like that, because I just don't see the purpose in frustrating myself.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, I don't even want to watch the news for that reason. It's just, there's nothing you can do about it. It's frustrating. I like to know what's going on in the world, but nowadays I'm not so sure. It's hard.
Yeah. Well, we all deal with it the best way we can. Everybody has a way of dealing with what the news entails, and life can be rough without all of that. The trials and tribulations of just having a career like you have. There's fun moments, there's triumph, and there's tragedy.
Yes.
So that's enough to deal with, rather than thinking about how you can control what's going on outside in the environment.
Absolutely.
So
It's true. And you have to always put on a good face. You have to always be on. That's what I learned. Be on all the time when you're out in public, and be professional. It's really important.
Extremely. You want to be professional, because you never know who you're going to run into. That's for sure.
Like Clarence.
Good, right, Gary?
Say what,
right, Gary? You got to look good all the time. Your hair got to be good all the time.
Well, you don't have a problem with that.
Gary doesn't, because Gary got that good hair. I know it always comes back to that. Gary's good hair.
Why are you picking on Gary all the time?
I know he's obsessed. He's obsessed. He's
got good hair.
Good hair, and produces a video every 3 minutes.
And he's handsome. And
well, he's obviously handsome.
There's a lot to be picking on him about.
Oh, you got some stuff going on yourself, Clarence.
Let's not talk about me. Let's talk about you, girl.
Okay.
You are out there doing it. You're doing your thing. You always give me a hi, man, hello, and the giggle and the support. That's what love supporting you. I can relate to when you said show bands, because I come from a dance and show band background. I mean, we used to change uniforms 4 times in one show.
Yes.
With light bulbs in our mouths. But I get it. Those kind of days are gone. But it really reflects in your singing and the talent. And we do appreciate your gift to keep us away from what is on the news and stuff like that. So I appreciate it.
And you too. You're so talented.
I just wish I had Gary's hair.
Oh, Lord.
You got the crown today. Oh, check it out.
I know, right?
Fine. You give us a side view.
I can't
but y'all
help
can't
it.
see.
I can't
We
help
can see it. There's a side view. There you go. JC, who are some of your great influences in the show, in the band and show days?
Well, I think what happens when you're traveling and you're on the road and you're doing top 40 stuff, unfortunately, you're not able to sort of focus on a lot of the stuff that you love because you're so busy traveling and setting up and tearing down and being stressed out because the room sucks and, eating in restaurants and being depressed because you want to go home. Right? But my influences growing up were definitely, Motown inspired. Anything that was R&B related. My brother was also a vocalist, and he was into like Parliament and all those funky bands. So
Wow.
he was older than me, so I used to sneak downstairs and play his albums when he wasn't home.
Yeah, good stuff, right?
I wasn't supposed to, but James Brown. I got into all of that stuff. That's the kind of stuff that I loved. I love anything R&B. I always have. So those are my major influences, and I mean, it is what it is. You love what you love, and it just comes naturally for me. For some reason, who knows why, but I just love that kind of music and I feel it, and that's why I try and produce with R&B music in mind. I know I'm like a white person and I don't sound like those wonderful, black women singers, but I do my best.
Don't give me that. Vaughn, get on there about that.
I don't know what you're talking about, Jay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now there's just so many incredible singers that I admire so much, and it's you guys know sometimes you end up comparing yourself to others, which people should never do, by the way. Right. You just should not do that, but you do because you're trying to emulate some of your idols. Like one smooth jazz singer that I love is Lindsay Webster. She's absolutely amazing, isn't she?
She is a remarkable. I love. Yeah, she does have
She's
a wonderful
incredible.
sound.
She's got her own sound.
She does.
There's nobody like her. And these are the kind of modern day people that I'm picking up on. I love Layla Hathaway.
Oh my God. Yeah.
She's so much like her dad, in her vocals.
Yeah.
And she's so incredibly talented. Kelly Clarkson. I don't even watch TV, but I happened to be watching the Kelly Clarkson show. I was just walking by, and she was doing this cover of Never Too Much by Luther Vandross. Oh, it was incredible. And so I was singing that song for the next 2 weeks.
You know what? I'm going to say this. I'm kind of new to what your sound is.
Yeah.
But I think you got the perfect last name. Because, if you're honest and truthful about singing, it has to come from the soul. You already got the last name, baby.
Yeah.
That's where it is. That's totally where it is. And
and that's where it does come from.
You've been influenced by it like you say you have, you're there. You're already there.
Thank you.
And so I can't wait. After the interview and all this, I'm gonna listen to it. I'm gonna see who JC Soul is.
Well, thank you. I haven't done a whole lot of stuff because, as we know, it costs money to produce music.
Yeah.
But I just had an investor invest in me last year, so I'm able to produce a few more songs, which is great, and I'm hoping to build some momentum with this whole new label thing, right? So hopefully there'll be an EP coming up sometime soon.
Right. Because I know.
Don't put yourself down. Don't do that, because you are an individual, and people like to listen to people that are themselves and they are individuals and unique. So there's no. You've heard Lynn Roundtree talk about it last week. Don't compare yourself. Be yourself, and just continue to be yourself, JC.
Absolutely.
Well, you really don't have any other choice but to be yourself. But I do like taking this inspiration from these other amazing singers because it helps me develop my style too, right?
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Is really important.
There's nothing wrong with that at all.
Not at all.
And really, it's to me, it's actually a part of all of us. I mean, everything kind of basically, you whether you know it or not, you're influenced by a lot of things that you don't realize. You know what I mean? It happens.
Absolutely.
So
absolutely.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah.
Awesome. Well.
So what else? What are you guys up to?
Well, one thing I wanted to ask you, JC. So when I first heard, initially first heard your music, it was Our Groove was the first track I heard. So And then we played that over here for a little bit, and then when I got word that you had did a remix, when I heard it, I was like, oh, this is even more saucy. So I started playing it as well. So tell me a little bit about that whole get up as far as the track, and then who actually your producers and everything, who you work with on that.
That was a real surprise, that song, because it was my first real attempt at writing my own track. So what happened was I thought to myself, because I did some covers before that, some old sort of jazz and R&B covers, and they were sort of a low budget production, but it really got me interested in producing some more music. And then I thought, well, why am I doing cover songs? Because there are problems that come along with cover songs if you don't have a label. You're not making any money from recording a cover song, and you're not telling people who you are. So I thought, why don't I start writing my own music? So I did. I reached out to a couple of people that I know in the industry here in Canada, and they put me onto a fellow. His name is Lou Bartolomucci. So this guy's great because he's a multi-instrumentalist. He plays keyboards, he plays guitars, he has a lot of knowledge. He works with a band called Oakland Stroke, which is a Tower of Power cover band, right? And they are absolutely fantastic. So I started working with him to develop my music. Excuse me. And it sort of came along organically. We started working together, and the way that I work is I think of what I want to do in my head. It starts out very slowly, and then I record it in my phone just with my voice. And then I think about the chord progressions that I want, to go with on the actual tune. I go down and plunk them out. And then I have a persona system, in my computer downstairs. And then I sort of send him what I have. I go to his place and we develop it from there. And then he actually has a studio in his basement. So it all sort of evolves from the beginning to actually making the demo. So that's how that happened with Our Groove. So when we finished it at his place, and I thought, well, we want to put some shine on it. So he knew another fellow by the name of Michael Shotton, who is an incredible producer. He's a little bit crazy, kind of like Clarence. He's kind of like all over the place like Clarence, but a lot of fun and very, very talented. And so he helped produce that final cut of Our Groove. And man, oh man, it became really popular. Really popular. So we were surprised and happy about that. And then I saw everybody else doing remixes, because you're always trying to think, okay, I have to come up with something. I just don't want to come up with nothing, and I'm not ready to record the next new one. So we thought, let's do a remix. And we did the remix, and that's how that all evolved.
That's awesome. Yeah. That whole both tracks, I like the original version, and I also love the remix as well.
Thank you.
Yeah, you came swinging harder on the remix. Like,
Yeah.
That one had some English on it. Okay, all right.
And that video is fantastic too, as well.
Yeah, I know. I'm lucky enough to have met some people again on social media that helped me out with those things. Sean Winthrop is one of them, and Deep Spawn Logic. She's amazing. She did my Calling Out video. Do you know Deep Spawn?
Yeah.
She's very, very talented.
Yeah, some crazy videos too, but yeah.
Yeah. She's very, very creative, and she's a very nice person. I love her.
Awesome.
She lives in New Jersey, actually.
Very cool.
Well, she's an uptown girl.
Yeah, she's an uptown girl. You should check her out. But yeah, so from there, the next song was Best of Things. And that one, I just stuck with my original producer, Lou Bartolomucci, on it because, it was more of a basic production and it was less expensive than going to the shiny version. But I wanted a real horn section on that one. So we got some really great players for that particular song. Tony Carlucci does the trumpet solo on that, and it's really, really fantastic. I love it so much.
It really is good.
And, yeah, and that song didn't do too badly either. It did quite well. So then I moved on to Calling Out. I don't think I'm forgetting anything. I moved on to Calling Out, which I always wanted to do a duet. because I love, Marvin Gaye, Tammy Terrell, and Peaches and Herb. I love all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So I wrote the song with a duet in mind. So it was, I had to find somebody to sing this with, because I didn't know a lot of people, again, in the R&B, vibe over here. So I reached out to a wonderful producer and musician here by the name of Eddie Bullen, and he introduced
Eddie
me.
Bullen.
Eddie Bullen,
Great
yeah.
keyboard man. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
He's
Yeah.
amazing, and he's such a nice person. Oh my God, Eddie's the sweetest human on the face of this earth. He's just wonderful. So anyway, he introduced me to Jason Simmons, who did this duet with me. And Jason's got an incredible voice. He did these backup vocals that were like, I don't know, something from a Quincy Jones record. I mean, he's very, very talented. So I was happy that I was able to find Jason. So we produced this solo called Calling Out, and it's done very well. So I'm happy now that I've done my duet, and I can move on to the next thing.
Yeah, very nice. Well, let's take this opportunity to, well, for one, I want to start out with, I want to do the remix version today. I want everybody to hear that, and then I'll probably roll into one of the other tracks there, preferably the, best of you, and then we'll come back and talk a little bit more, kind of pick your brain on some of it. Okay, so everybody stay tight and keep it locked right here. If you just tuned in, we are talking to JC Soul, and now we're getting ready to hear some of this wonderful music that she produced out. So y'all keep it locked, and we'll be right back.
It's not a limit for me. Nothing can hold me. We can make tonight the kind of night no one's ever seen before. We're tearing up the floor.
Ooh, we got the groove, baby. He changed my life, oh, he made it right. Now I won't be alone for another night. He came to me unexpectedly. Now I'm that girl in a fantasy. Since we got our groove, everything's brand new. Now we're stuck like glue. Since we got our groove. Oh, life was good, thought I had it down. But something was missing when you weren't around. Now, every time that I think of us, don't have to worry about that other stuff. Since we got our groove, everything's brand new. Now we're stuck like glue. Since we got our groove, every day is like a dream to me. Boy, don't ever wake me up. Each moment brings us closer to running through heaven's doorway. Then years from now, as we're winding down, when the sweet rhythm of our love is the only sound. Since we got our groove down, everything is got the groove, baby. Chillin' with my baby, feeling up my soul with love. Since we got our groove, 'cause we meant to go like the moon above. Chillin' with my baby. I see you by the ocean, walking alone. Oh, after a brief encounter, baby, I'm drawn up to the magic in your eyes, beyond the hesitation. You wonder if you're ready to open your heart. You can have the best of things, sweetheart. Come on now, we'll take it slow to start. You can have the best of things, sweetheart. Baby, I know. At times it's not so easy to let new love in. No, we're so afraid the hurt will happen again. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But rest assured the sun will shine. You'll see a new horizon. Your destination's waiting. It's time to arrive. You can have the best of things, sweetheart. Come on now, we'll take it slow to start. You can have the best of things, sweetheart. Baby, I know. You can have the best of things, sweetheart. Come on now, we'll take it slow to start. You can have the best of things, sweetheart. Baby, I know. You can have the best of things. Come and get your love. You can have the best of things, baby, I know. You can have the best of things. You can do it. Come and get your love. You can have the best of things, baby, I know. Wake it up, shake it up, stir it up, baby. Wake it up, shake it up, come on over. Wake it up, stir it up, baby. Come on over. Wake it up, shake it up, stir it up, baby. Wake it up, shake it up, come on over. Wake it up.
They do what they feel in their soul,
Yeah.
and they make it happen.
Wake it up,
And so
shake it up,
I'm impressed
stir
with
it
with
up.
where I am right now. And Gary and myself and another gentleman involved in the radio station, we got a bit of a journey to take. We got to see this thing to its completion.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's going to take some time, but we're gonna do it.
That's right.
We're gonna do it,
That's
and we're gonna.
right.
We need your music too, dear.
That's right, baby girl.
We need your music.
I never
too.
catch you.
Thank
Don't
you.
put down, play yourself again, especially in front of me, because I ain't having it. Okay, don't ever go in that mode again.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to downplay myself. I just admire these people so much,
Yeah,
right?
you're
It's-
awesome.
It's
Look,
okay.
I love people that have a certain amount of humility to them because I'm the
Yeah.
same way. I don't
Yeah.
beat my own drum. You
No.
know, I'm just out there trying to, create something that is that can last over 100 years like this music has.
Yeah, you don't beat
Yeah.
your own drum, just star in movies that other people beat the drum in.
That's a true statement, you know.
Touche, my friend. Touche.
Well, at any rate, we're back. We're back, and I just wanted to say, JC, your music is awesome again. It's
Thank you.
great to hear that.
Do you speak French?
No.
You don't? Okay.
Nope.
I just wanted to be in Canada.
Now, Montreal is the only one that does. That's the only province that speaks French, right?
Quebec. Yeah,
Canadian.
Quebec. Yeah.
Quebec. Yeah.
Montreal has more English speaking people, but Quebec City.
Oh, you got to speak
Quebec
French.
City, yeah, they're heavy duty French. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dad wanted me to take French in school, and I'm like, no. He said, you'll regret it if you don't. He was right. He was right. But with languages, if you don't use it, you kind of lose it. Right?
No, there you go.
That's the problem, right?
Yeah.
So it's all good and fine. Like I know a few things in French, but nothing that,
Well, music
carry on
is the
conversation.
universal language.
It is, yeah.
It
It crosses all boundaries. Nothing can contain it.
It's true. When I was working back in the day, we'd work in Quebec sometimes. And there was this one big club we worked in. And I don't know if you're familiar with Jeannette Renaud. She's a famous singer from Quebec, from Montreal. And she's very famous, beautiful singer. And so what I used to do is sing her songs, French songs, phonetically. So I learned them phonetically. And one of them was Sometimes When We Touch by Dan Hill. You know that song, Sometimes When We Touch? So I did that phonetically in French, and the club owner was just overwhelmed, and they gave me a dozen roses, and they ate it up. They loved it. So you're right, it is very universal. Music is very universal, and people, and especially if you make an effort to sort of blend in with their culture, they appreciate it.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I know when you mentioned Eddie Bullen and that single he came out with, where the introduction is like the beginning of the beginning of Breezing by George Benson.
Yeah.
And I was like, who is that?
Yeah.
And then he came out with the score underneath of it. I was like, oh my gosh, and
He's so talented.
when he came down to Atlanta, it blew up. It became a massive hit here in Georgia. And so I would follow him on his Facebook page, and his sons are doing the music too.
Quincy,
his
yeah.
whole family is involved in what he's doing. And he's incredible. He's an incredible keyboard man. Incredible.
He really is. He played keyboards on Callin' Out, and Quincy actually played guitar on Callin' Out.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow. Aren't you lucky? Wow. That
Yeah.
is so cool. That is
Yeah.
so cool.
Eddie's a really cool guy. He really is. And he's quiet, And
He gives me that impression. Yeah.
Yeah, he's understated, and he's very humble. He's a really cool guy. Really glad to have gotten to meet him and work with him.
I got one other question to ask you, though,
Yeah.
but it may not be the last one. But
Okay.
I'm curious about when I was, as a younger man growing up in California. I was born and raised in Compton, California. I fell madly and crazily inspired by Gino Vanelli.
Oh,
And I just think about him a lot, and it's just the fact that what he meant at that time period in my life, and he had one of the most, well, he probably still does. I don't know if he's still performing,
he
but
is
he's got one of the most amazing voices I have ever
Oh, yeah.
heard from a male.
incredible.
You know.
Incredible stage presence.
Right.
And when he came out, he was working with his brother, who did all
Exactly.
at that time, it was all these like synthesizers that people didn't have, right? And all this amazing programming of music that made it sound very large and huge and beautiful.
Right.
And so Gino would come out on stage with this white robe and his hair, right? And just stand there with his arms up. And he was like, you know, the coming of I don't know what. But he was just absolutely, and when I listen to his music, even now, it just gives me chills.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful. And you can't redo that music. You couldn't cover that music.
You can't cover that.
Like you cannot do anything better than
You know,
what he came out with.
The Italian Marvin Gaye, that boy was too smooth. He was cold. He was cold though.
Yeah.
And his brother Joe, Joe had his arrangements.
Yeah.
Were just amazing. And he would break into some fusion into the music, and it became something totally different. And his vocal and Gino's vocals would be over top of it, and be like, it was remarkable to listen to at the time. You know, they were really stretching they truly stretched the boundaries of what this music could be like. 100%. And I just had to throw that out there because, you know,
well, I'm glad you did.
Listen to his stuff, you know, and you know they look at it as being passé. Great music has no expiration date, y'all.
There you go.
No, not at all.
It has no expiration date.
It stands up to today, absolutely, 100%.
Absolutely.
You know, and he's an interesting fellow. He's like a health nut, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
He does like yoga, and he's very sort of into, you know, feng shui and everything healthy and everything spiritual.
Wow.
And I think that kind of fits in with his image when you think about it, right?
Yeah.
And he looks great at this point in his life, and he sounds great. He's doing all the right things. Yeah.
Good deal. Good deal. Well, if you happen to run to him, tell him Vaughn said hello.
Oh man, if I happen to run into him, I think I'll faint.
I'll run into you, I'm a faint. I know that.
You're funny.
I'm telling you the truth. You know, I've always been a fan. You know that.
No. Well, we're friends.
I'm like that movie Misery. I'm your greatest fan.
Uh-oh.
I'm your number one fan.
Block.
Yeah.
I'm your fan too. I love the way you play. Oh my gosh.
Well, I've been to Canada. Back in the day, I was in Montreal, playing at this club called The Cave.
Okay.
I don't know if you ever heard of it or nothing, but that's where a lot of dance and show bands did go. R&B dance and show bands did go when they did go to Canada, and that was part of the thing there. But yeah, I think that was the last time I was there. So that was like the 70s, like late 70s. Yeah, late 70s and stuff. When clubs were a lot different than they are now.
Totally different.
Yeah.
And there was people playing like 7 nights a week, 6-7 nights a week. You go to a bar or a club, and there was entertainment every night.
Mm-hmm.
And it was jammed for the most part. Mondays were a little slow, but for the most part, it was jammed. Now it's not like that at all.
All these clubs are different now. You get to the door, I'm in your party. Yeah, here's a table. Here's your hookah.
Yeah.
Right.
What?
But I think that the computer age has brought into, you know, people are sort of in their solitude now, looking at their phones and looking at their computers. Mm-hmm. You know, it's not like everybody's going out and partying and experiencing life.
Right.
You know, it's different. It's so different.
It is.
And you know that when you're of our vintage and you've grown up to all of that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you lived the changes. Yeah.
Back in our day, bottle service meant you brought your own bottle in. You snuck it in. You know, now bottle service is like, a bottle of vodka that you paid $30 for, now you can get it for $250.
Uh-huh.
Oh, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It is. It is.
It really is.
But please keep putting out that good music, and I look forward to what you're going to be doing next, and I can't wait to see the new video.
Yeah.
And that McCree song you're talking about, I got my suspicions, but I'm not going to sing it.
You can message me. I can tell you if you message me.
Yeah. Now, JC, I was kind of wondering, have you had the opportunity to do any live performances or anything since you've been?
I haven't as of late because I've been busy, you know, writing this music and getting it produced. Sure. And, you know, when you're thinking about doing live gigs, you want it to sound as good as possible, unless you're doing like an unplugged thing, right?
Yeah.
But I do have some stuff lined up with, I have a strategist now that I'm working with, and she's with Cashbox Canada, Sandy Graham. And so I'm starting to work with her on some stuff. And so she's planning some gigs. And we want to do some, you know, some big rooms, not bars and things like that. So yeah, it's going to take a lot of preparation on my part because I haven't done that for a while. But I've heard that it's like riding a bicycle. Right? So I'm looking forward to that. That'll be a lot of fun. It'll be so much fun. Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome.
Do you think you want to do it in a small venue or a larger arena?
I think I want to do both. I want to do both.
Okay.
I like intimate settings.
Yeah.
Sometimes just like with, you know, a keyboard and, you know, beautiful
Like a
jazz
trio
music.
to back you up? Yeah.
A trio, that'd be fantastic. Quartet, you know, anything like that would be very nice. I'm starting to sort of think about putting that together. I don't want to get to the point where I'm expected to do it a lot, because I don't want it to be like a job where, you know, I don't want to go.
Right.
I want to do it gradually, and I want to sort of, for the smaller venues and the smaller gigs, it's sort of like more of getting into it for me now, so that when I do those larger venues, I'm ready. You know?
What's the jazz? I'm just kind of curious. What is it like in the club scene there? I mean, is it expansive enough for artists like yourself to be seen in small venues? I mean, is it like pretty busy?
It is if you're in Toronto, right?
Okay.
I'm sure that Hamilton has venues too. For the most part, it's, you know, very small, intimate settings, maybe with a keyboard player, as we discussed, you know, a quartet. And I think that once you sort of touch base and connect with a certain group of people, you can sort of continue with the bars and the restaurants that they manage. But it's getting those connections, and then sometimes all of a sudden this restaurant's closing down and this bar is no longer in operation, and it becomes very, you know, it becomes competitive because some of these artists are fighting for positions to play because there's not a lot, right? So, you know, I don't want to get into that stress of that whole thing. I just want to be happy and do my gig. But I think there are opportunities. For instance, where I live, there was a restaurant that just closed down, and now there's a brand new one opening up like less than 5 minutes from me, where they have entertainment. So I think that's probably the first place I'll go because it's very convenient for me, right? Driving in Toronto or driving to Toronto, you do not want to do that. It's like, I heard on the news the other day, it's the third worst place in the world for traffic.
Wow.
Congestion. It is bad. So, you know, that adds to the stress of the whole thing, right? So I want to keep it, you know, I want to keep it easy. I want to keep it less stressful as I possibly can. Because, you know, that's why I got out of it to begin with, because there was a lot of stress involved. So. And that's why it's fun for me to just write music and produce and record, because there's not too much stress. There is some, there's always something, but it's just a lot of fun. But what happens, as you know, and as you suggested, after that you have to tour, right?
Exactly.
So you get yourself into these jams.
For real.
True.
You hit on something very interesting, and I'm going to expound on that. Is like where the future is right now as it looks for 2024. The thing, everything is coming full circle, and, you know, as they say, everything old is new again. The industry, the smooth jazz industry, and the genre that we are doing is moving back into the supper clubs. The supper clubs are making a comeback now.
Nice.
This is the new thing, is to get your act in there, like Ron said, a trio or a quartet. That is going back to that. All these new Gary. Remember the other week we were talking, and I was outside this business, and what did we see outside while I was just talking to you?
Yes.
They were ready to open up a restaurant right there. People are meeting on the street. cooks and chefs are meeting in front of these closed down businesses, and they're opening. I'm seeing a resurgence of that here in San Diego. That's where I see where I'm going to be doing a lot of performing a lot. That might be something you want to check into as well, JC, because that's coming full circle again. People are they want to be entertained now when they go out. They're very selective of where they want to go out. They don't want to do that club scene. They want to take their romantic partner out to a place they can, that's intimate, where they can have a good 5-star dinner, and without paying 5-star dinner prices, and be entertained at the same time. So that's something that I'm seeing a change coming in.
Yeah,
with
that's
that.
great.
So
That's
supper
great.
clubs, I believe, are coming back.
That's great to hear. Beautiful restaurants with white tablecloths and romantic and candles on the table. Yeah.
Sounds like something out of the 1940s to me.
Hey, the 1940s, but check it out.
And there was nothing wrong with that back then.
No.
Nothing wrong with it.
Look how they dressed though in the 1940s. Man, everybody was clean.
I know.
They were.
There was no saggy pants, no jeans.
That's the nines.
Jeans into a club. No. Things are coming back, and style is coming back. Okay.
Great.
So
Good,
with
good,
that,
good.
I think you're going to be ready, JC.
All right. I'm pumped.
Look, I am too.
I'm pumped too.
Clarence is always pumped. 24 hours a day.
Hey, yay! I'm just me, all the time. I can't,
He's pretty consistent.
love
He's
you.
pretty
We love you.
consistent, isn't he?
Actually, yeah. See, just like me, like I said, just be yourself, JC.
Yes.
That's all.
100%.
100%.
JC, you were talking about how the congestion and traffic is in Toronto. And I remember I was there for about 2 weeks, and I was working on a syndicated TV show that was shot in Toronto. And I don't know if you've ever heard of a show called Due South.
Yes.
Okay, you remember that?
Yes.
Yeah, I worked on an episode, and when I wasn't working, when I wasn't on the set, I would be walking through downtown Toronto.
Yes.
Especially on Bloor Street.
Right.
And I was impressed. I was
It's
extremely.
nice,
It's
yeah.
been a while back now, because I
How
think
long
I
ago?
was there. Oh my gosh, this probably would have been the late 80s.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bloor Street now is complete. Like it was always sort of the fancy part of the district.
Yeah, it was
but
like the fashion district there.
It is high end now. Like
Oh,
high. Like you don't even bother going into the stores.
I know. I didn't go in any of them.
No, don't even bother. Yeah, but no, that's a very nice area.
Yeah.
Young and Bloor, yeah.
And walked down, and I saw there's I think a huge church. I can't
Yes.
remember. It's a big church and beautiful
Beautiful,
structure.
yeah.
And then I walked down near the Space Needle,
Mm-hmm.
and then I got to the lake and saw Detroit on the other side, and it's a beautiful city, though.
Well, it is.
I have never seen tall buildings like that in my life.
It is. Oh, you think tall buildings back then? You should see it now. It's all condos, all
Oh, really?
high-rise condos everywhere.
Wow.
That's why it's so congested.
I get it.
Right?
And look, parking must be horrible down there.
There's no parking. And what they've done is, because everything is politically correct now, they've made bicycle lanes. So they've taken away some of the pavement for the cars to drive in.
Oh my gosh.
It's even more congested.
That's
And then
crazy.
bicycle people are getting bold with the stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
There's all
they're
kinds
going
of
like 3 miles per hour in the traffic, and they're like, yeah, that's right, I'm in your name.
Yeah, it's
You
too
got
much.
to do it?
It's too much, but big cities change. I lived in Toronto for a while back in the 80s, and boy, has it changed since I lived there. I actually lived right on Bloor Street,
Okay.
in the west area, in the
Right.
West End. But boy, it has completely changed. I go there now, and it's nothing like what it was back then. Big cities change overnight, right? There's more and more people coming in from all over the world because it's a very diverse city.
Right.
So, and they all have their little cultural locations that they move into, and that affects the way things evolve in the city. So there's a lot of changes. I don't go that often because of the traffic, right? But I'm certainly aware of what's going on there, and there's a lot of good stuff going on.
I'll have to say this. It was the best Caribbean food I've ever had in my life in Toronto.
Oh yeah, the restaurants are fabulous. Yeah.
They have a huge Jamaican community there. It is.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to, when I lived there, I always used to go for a roadie and ask them to put extra hot sauce on it. loved my roadies. I ate them all the time. They're fantastic.
Yeah. And you never know. I mean, it was like, what do you want? How do you want your food? Everything good? I was like, I cannot believe I'm in Canada, y'all.
Oh yeah, it's so diverse. It's so diverse. It always has been. That's just the way it's always been. But because there's always people coming over from countries that maybe it's the economy's not good there, or there's violence going on, or it's just a better life here, and so they all immigrate. And they create their own little, their own little areas and vicinities and cultures. So it's a cool thing. We're known really for that. Yeah, we're known.
It reminds me a lot of Los Angeles when I was growing up there. A lot. Yeah. Indeed.
What's the climate like whenever it's in the other seas? I know it's cold, but I mean, what is the warmest climate there?
Well, I mean, it's like if you were in New York or in Chicago, the same type of climate. It's the same thing.
Because New York is right across the lake.
Yeah, it's not like, we have dog sleds or anything like that.
He said dog sleds.
It's hot in the summer, and it's nice in the spring, and cool in the fall, and cold in the winter. There's 4 seasons, but because of climate change, that's changing. In the summer, it can be unbearably hot. Unbearably hot. And the winters can either be very, very cold or very mild, depending on the, El Nino or El Nina or whatever it is at the time. So
they get El Nino there too?
Yeah, everything. We have it here.
It's a California thing, Bon.
No, we've got everything here, Clarence.
Wow.
Don't you know?
Whoa, I'm finding out, I didn't know about the El Nino situation. But what is some of the favorite things that you like to do there when you're not composing and writing and singing? What do you like to do?
I'm a homebody. Now, ever since the pandemic, I think everybody's view changes as to what they'd like to go out and do, because I came down with COVID a couple of times, and I came down with an RSV infection or virus once. And all of that, I was down for a month or more with each one.
Wow.
It was bad. And I thought, I don't want this happening, right? So we're very careful now as to where we go, and what we expose ourselves to, and the time of the year that we do it. Like if we're going to be outside, that's cool. But if it's a poorly ventilated venue, we're not going. Because, trying to make yourself, the problem is, you're afraid to go out, which is a really sad thing. So I try to get myself excited to go out and do things, but then when it gets down to the last minute, I go, whoa, I better be careful, because maybe I've heard about, a lot of people are having COVID now, and a lot of people are coughing and they're getting the flu. Maybe I shouldn't go. It's always very confusing. But I like to go to concerts. We saw Brass Transit at the Burlington Culturals. They're a
tribute. I'm sorry.
Chicago tribute.
Chicago tribute, yeah.
So good. We were in the front row, and it was absolutely amazing. It was so much fun, and we didn't get sick. It was so great. I had such a good time. So, we sort of pick and choose where we go. But, we've got a little puppy. I like to walk my dog, and, I like to, hang around the house. We've got a beautiful house that we bought, I guess, 8 years ago, that we just love, and it's in a nice neighborhood, a quiet neighborhood. And these are things, because I've lived in the city, and I've lived in the noisy spots and the crazy spots, and now this is just really nice and peaceful. And so I like to take advantage of that, and just sort of be serene and hang out. But I gotta say, this music business is all consuming.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah.
It's all consuming all the time. Yeah.
All the time.
Yes, it is, isn't it?
Is that an oxymoron? I don't know.
Yeah.
It really is.
That's why
And
I just got open. Because
You
I
don't
do
realize what it's going to be. You don't realize until you get into it. You go, okay, well, I've done this, and now, because I've done this, now I have to do that. And now, because I did that, now I have to do that. And these are things you don't anticipate. But you have to go with the flow once you're in it.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
And it's all kind of amazing, because I'm thinking, wow, what is happening here? What's happening to me? It's fantastic. But at the same time, it's like, and you guys probably know, if you have some sort of an image like JC Soul, and my name, and I'm Janet, right? So it's kind of like you've got two personas. Everybody knows me as JC Soul, but I know me as Janet, just
Right.
the person here that's trying to do her best. So that's something that's kind of different to deal with. I love it, but it's a different thing to deal with.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you guys feel the same way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, people audition for you at stores and things. I get it. I get it.
No, but sometimes I get some weird messages.
I bet you do.
I'm like, I don't know. How do you? And I try and always be polite and respond to people, right? Sometimes it's very difficult.
Yeah, sometimes I gotta explain some of these weird messages to my wife. Say, hey, I don't know that person.
I know. That's the other thing.
I don't know what they're talking about. Cash at me, nothing. I don't know that person.
Right.
Yeah, you have to be careful.
Yes, you do.
Well, it's funny you should say that, CTK. I'm opposite. My wife said, I don't want to know.
Yeah. She's smart. She's very smart.
You don't want to know.
She already knows. She said, I don't even want to know.
No, because my wife would just say, yeah, give me your phone real quick, because she needs some whatever. Hey, I'm proud and don't have to worry. I can just set my phone down and have my wife go through it. It's never locked or anything like that. She trusts me. I trust her, and I just know better. But but sometimes some things will come into your thing.
Yeah.
They come into their orbit at the wrong time.
At the right time, man. I'll tell you.
You're trying to explain yourself and you don't know why.
That's true. That is true. Well, let's take
But
this.
for the most part, it's nice. For the most part, it's nice. A lot of
Yeah,
fans, a lot
it
of
is.
new
Yeah.
friends, and musicians that I've connected with. For the most part, 95% of it is fantastic.
Oh yes, indeed.
Okay. Well, let's take this opportunity to introduce your latest single, the duet. Yeah. And for a brief moment, tell us a little bit about it, because you did talk a little bit about it earlier. But for the ones that might have just tuned in, give us a little history on it.
Yeah, it started out to be an Eddie Bullen production. Eddie lives quite a distance from me, and again, the traffic. So I met up with him, came up with the concept for this song with my, the producer I work with on a regular basis, Lou Bartolomucci. So we put together the song. Then I reached out to Eddie and said, what do you think about playing on this, or maybe producing part of this song? And so we did. I worked with Eddie throughout. And when you're producing a song, things sort of come on, they keep coming on and moving on in a direction that you didn't expect. So you think it's done, and then you think, no, I want to do this now, and I want to do this now, and I want to do this now. And it was kind of, we're going back and forth with Eddie on the phone, and it's hard to do a lot of stuff remotely. So Eddie established the tune for me. He got Quincy playing on it. He played on it. And then I took it back to my producer here, who's very close to me, Michael Schotten. And we produced it from there with Jason's vocals. It was fun working in the studio with Eddie and Jason singing his part, because I've never worked in the studio with another vocalist before. So that was a lot of fun. Jason is, wow. His vocals are just amazing. he added a lot of the beautiful backgrounds to the song you're about to hear. So check that out. You're gonna love it. And so this is it, Calling Out. It's a duet that I wanted to do for many, many years, and I'm pretty happy with it. So I hope you guys like it.
All right. Yes, indeed. All right. Everybody, check it out. Keep it locked right here, and we'll be right back with JC Soul.
Gotta love so deep I ain't felt it before. Oh yeah, we gotta love. Thinking about you late this morning, wondering how you're getting on. Heard you got your life together. I must be doing something wrong. I can't do without you. How I miss that morning smile. All my thoughts are about you. Miss your heart and your tender style. I can't do without you. It's so hard getting through the day. Can't stop thinking about you. Wondering how did it end this way. Calling out loud and clear, can you hear the love sound? There's no doubt that I need you to carry on. I'm calling out loud and clear, can you hear the love sound? What's life about when the one that you love is gone?
Hanging at the club this evening, hoping that I'd see you there.
Oh, caught a glimpse as you were leaving.
I feel your essence everywhere.
I can't do without you. Every heartbeat and every sigh.
Brings back memories about you.
Need you more as each day goes by.
I can't do without you.
Baby, it's so hard getting through the night. Can't stop dreaming about you. Come on home now and make it right. Calling out loud and clear, can you hear the love sound? There's no doubt that I need you to carry on. I'm calling out loud and clear, can you hear the love sound? What's life about when the one that you love is gone? Everyone says I'll forget you in time. Longing to hold you dominates my mind. Baby, don't know if I can take it. How would I ever make it without you to help me through? Gotta get back on the groove. Oh, baby, dreaming of nights with you. Oh yeah, got to get back on the groove, baby. Dreaming of nights with you, baby.
Calling, calling, calling.
Ooh, we got the groove, baby. He changed my life. Oh, he made it right. unexpectedly. Now I'm that girl in a fantasy. Since we got our groove, everything's brand new. Now we're stuck like glue. Since we've got our groove. Oh, life was good, but I had it down.
You like good hair.
But something was missing when you weren't around. Now every time that I think of us,
No, I'm not trying to. I just wanted to know.
We are live.
Because you too could have good hair like Gary.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, boy.
CPK
Get the good hair,
yeah.
boy, kid. Like Gary.
All I'm going to tell you is I can't wait for we to get our first sponsor, because you're going to be doing the commercials. I mean, you're like, good.
But if you get the Gary Fuson good hair boy kit, it comes with the washcloth and the sponge and an applicator, which is your hand.
I'm old enough to remember when Richard Roundtree was the model on the pomade for Wade.
Yeah, I remember.
I remember he
I
was
do
a
remember
model
that.
on the can of pomade for Murray's
How funny.
Airwave.
Dang.
Oh,
And it sounds like I know CTK is like he's looking forward to that gig. I know he is. And then I see Gary on the can.
Doing the video.
Oh,
I'm like, why am I drawing this vision? What is going on?
Don't forget the Gary Fusion hairbrush, also available.
You are so wrong.
He's so mad. He's such a mess.
Gary,
we back.
Ray,
We are
our
back.
beloved Ray, God bless him. He was the one that took all our loving jokes and stuff.
Oh,
now,
I know it. I know.
And now we got good hair, boy.
CTK is in that position.
Yeah, CTK that filled in. He done filled in. But JC,
But I
that
do
was
like your hat on.
JC.
TCM.
JC, that track was wonderful.
Not the hat. Look at the
Oh,
hat.
thanks.
Yeah,
Really enjoyed
that
that.
cool man.
Yeah.
That's what it stands for. That cool man. TCM. Taking care of money.
Now I have to tell you what this means. Ain't got nothing to do with money.
Turner Classics. Yeah, I see those.
Turner Classic Movies.
I seen that, Joe. Next week, Casablanca.
Yeah.
Humphrey
Stuff from
Bogart.
Stuff from the 1940s. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's the-
I'm a
As he kicks his girl to the curb at the airport. You gotta go.
see. The guys never knew this, but I'm a cinemaniac here. I'm a cinemaniac.
Oh, you and my wife.
Yeah, I love movies. I really do, especially classic films. I'm passionate about. Passionate.
Oh, she loves them all. She knows them all, man. She gets excited about these old black and white films. I'm like,
Especially film
okay.
noir. Yeah, film noir is my film. That's the genre that I gravitate toward more than anything else. You know.
Nice.
But I have to tell you, JC, your cut, that song, I gotta have it.
You sound good,
I gotta
girl.
have it.
You sound good, baby girl.
I
Thank
gotta
you.
have that. Your vocals on that thing with the guy doing the backup and the way
Yeah.
he arranges his voice, everything.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
He intertwines it with you, and it's like you guys are just like one voice.
Oh, thank you. Thank
It
you.
is wonderful. It's wonderful, and Eddie's arrangement is like
Yeah. Yeah.
It sounds
Yeah.
good. It sounds really good.
I gotta have that one.
You can have it.
Beautiful. It is a beautiful
Just
composition.
pay for it.
And your
Thank you.
songwriting, hey, you have to worry about it. Your songwriting is on point too. Your
No,
song-
thank you. Thanks. It's
It's
I normally write love songs, right? I haven't really written.
Well, ain't
anything
nothing
else.
wrong with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to get too political with my music or anything. I just like, feel good stuff.
You don't. I mean, it's what suits you. you know.
Yeah.
And nobody's going to go out there and challenge you. Well, you need to sing about this and sing about that. No, sing what's in your heart.
Yeah. Yeah.
And write what's in your heart. You know,
That's right.
If that comes around in your life and you feel as though you need to do it, boom, you can make it happen. But
yeah, it
for the
has to
most
be
part,
organic.
That composition right there, it reminded me. I was thinking Peabo Bryson and Melissa Manchester. That duet they did. And that it was oh my gosh, After All, I think was the name of the song.
Well, After All is the
Well, that's
Al
Al
right?
Jarreau song. Yeah,
Yeah,
but,
that's another great song.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. But Peabo and Melissa Manchester did a duet back in the '80s. Very nice composition. Always beautiful too.
Great.
But yeah, yours I gotta have. I gotta have yours. Yeah.
I have mine, my brother, but you're gonna have to get your own. Remember that one, Vaughn? Oh man, this song is great, man. I need to buy that. No, but you can't, my brother. You're gonna have to
Get your own.
Get your own. Get your own. Yeah.
How's it going there, Gary? Where are you?
Doing great. Doing
How's it going, Gary? Gary, like,
yeah. Fantastic. Well, I'm looking at our chat, and let's see. I'm gonna say hello to Gino, Maryland, JC Smith. What's happening? Algie.
yeah,
What's up, Algie?
The other
And,
JC.
Yep. And Colleen Keithley. What's up, Colleen?
Hi, Colleen.
And let's see, Gia.
don't take
Gia.
your love to
Hey,
town.
Gia. Now, is it Gia or Gia?
Gia.
Will be loving.
I know that you when you say it, you say Gia.
Yeah, you told me.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a beautiful name.
You know who I like to say though. I like Colleen, Colleen. Oh,
Hey, Colleen. That's CTK trying to sing something for you.
Colleen, Colleen, Colleen.
Oh yeah, and wow. So we're looking at we're at the half hour bottom of this last hour here. So JC, what else you got going on for this brand new year? I know you said you did talk about some videos you're going to be doing. For maybe a new release, but then you said you just actually kind of did you sign with a group or what was the name of the group? I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. No, I signed with a Canadian label just for the distribution of this one particular cover song that I was talking about. So, you guys know that when you sign with a label, the good thing is you don't have to do all the work.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So you're getting someone that's supporting you, emotionally, financially, planning wise. They'll help you plan the video. And that's something different. I'm looking forward to that. Now, I don't know exactly when it's all going to happen. I think it's going to happen at the end of March. So that's the main thing I'm focusing on right now, because along with that will come a lot of other stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt.
But I still want to, write my own tunes, and I'm still working on that in the background. So, that's something that, I touch base with my producer Lou over here, and we sort of work on things together, sort of developing it. I don't know though when I'm going to be able to actually produce those, because I'm so busy with all this other stuff. I mean, it's like once you get into this sort of realm of songwriting and producing, your time is taken up by a lot of other things that you didn't plan on, right?
But when do you sleep?
Yeah, so as you know, sometimes it takes away from the songwriting, but I guess it can go in spurts. You can get this one situation going with a track, and then you can take some time out and have that relaxing songwriting time, which is what I love the very most. There's no pressure. It just all comes organically, and it's a really happy time. So I'll be doing some of that in the next few months as well. And I've actually got a new radio gig. I don't know if you guys read that with Easy Jazz. I've got a new radio gig. It's just a half-hour smooth jazz show that I'll be doing. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Very
so
good.
You
it's a new-
premiered it? Didn't you premiere that last week, Saturday?
No, I haven't done it yet, but you know Corey Galbraith. You know Corey. Yeah, he released the announcement yesterday, and he's got a whole web page on who I am and what I'm going to do, and so it's going to be a half-hour show that I produce every week with smooth jazz artists, and I love that because I absolutely love smooth jazz, the genre of smooth jazz.
Awesome.
I first sort of bumped into smooth jazz back in the early 90s. My husband and I were at a Michael Bolton concert, and the opening act, this young guy comes out with a saxophone and all kinds of energy, and the tightest band I've ever seen in my life, with this amazing bass player, and his name was Dave Cause. And I'm like, who is this? And what is this?
Guy.
Music, right? And ever since then, I've been hooked on smooth jazz. I absolutely love it. It's just the perfect blend of, R&B and smoothness. And I think I've done some research on how smooth jazz evolved. And it was kind of came about in the 80s when record companies were looking for ways to make jazz music look more attractive to the average person. Because, jazz can be very, mathematical. It can be very avant-garde, and a lot of people that don't have that musical aptitude cannot relate to it. So, the smooth jazz genre started by integrating like some pop music and some R&B music with some jazz, and that sort of repetitive, smooth sound, right? And that's what makes it so attractive, and especially for those of us who have been through all the genres of music, right?
Yeah.
Because now that we're older, we don't really appreciate the headbanging stuff anymore because it's difficult to take sometimes. So the smooth jazz is perfect, and I'm so thrilled because Corey and I had talked about doing a radio show, and I didn't know what genre he was going to have me present. So when he said smooth jazz, I was so excited.
That's all right, though. That's cool.
Yeah. So that's something else I'll be working on in my spare time.
And that'll be something for that we can actually listen to online as well.
Yes, yes, absolutely.
Cool.
On the Easy Jazz Station, yeah.
Okay, great. Looking forward.
You'll
to
see
that.
you'll see it on my social media.
Sure.
So you'll see it. Yeah.
Awesome.
So, how can we
I
get
have
in contact with you to get your music and to find out more about you? And
Well, I'm on social media. I'm on both Instagram and Facebook. I don't use Instagram a lot, but I'm on Facebook all the time. As you know, Clarence, I'm on Facebook all the time. I do have, my Spotify music and YouTube. I always appreciate if someone can subscribe to that because, as independent artists, we're always trying to build our numbers on those particular platforms. So,
Yes.
yeah, just look me up, JC Soul, JCSOL, and you'll find me in numerous places. And I'd appreciate your support. I really, really do.
we're going to support you all the way because Spotify is planning on not paying artists.
Yeah, I know.
In 2024. So if you thought we're really sticking it to you now,
Wow.
Yeah.
it's gonna get worse. So
I know.
we need to really, really hunker down and support each other. In these
Yes,
kind of
absolutely, 100%. Yeah, and that's one thing that I always try and do: support my fellow artists too. Sort of, wave the flag and be happy for everybody because we're all in this thing together.
All in this together.
That's
That's
right.
true.
All in
That's
it
so
together.
right.
And when you build these relationships, you can end up collaborating with people and creating some amazing things. So going back to the social media, I love that part so much. Yeah.
Well,
That's how I
always
met
tell
you
them.
all. That's how I met you all. I have to friend you, Vaughn. Am I your friend?
Yeah, because I was going to say, that's what I tell the artists when I'm here interviewing them and everything, from the independents to the labels. I say, look, my platform is your platform.
Yeah.
Just send me your music.
That's right.
That's how I feel about it.
Yeah.
You guys deserve your art to be heard.
That's right. I agree 100%. And
now,
it's
Gary, slow yours down a little bit, Gary, and give other people a chance to release new music and as well as new videos.
Gary, you do videos for other people too, right?
I do.
Yeah.
Yes, he does. Does them well.
I know he does. Fantastic videos, beautiful,
Thank you very much. And
smooth like butter.
But see, he's not gonna be like
Like
P.
butter.
Diddy.
I
He
like
doesn't have
that.
to be in the videos like P. Diddy got to be in everything. He doesn't have to be in your stuff.
no, not at
Be
all.
my-
Well, I'll tell you
Yeah,
what.
so that's about it. You know, I'm just sort of taking one day at a time, 1 month at a time, and seeing what comes next. And it depends on what happens with this new cover that comes out, and, you know, how successful it is as to, you know, what's going to happen. So we'll see.
Well, we're definitely going to be on the watch out for you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Definitely. And again, I like to just show our appreciation that for you to be, you know, come on and kind of hang out with us and share your story and your music. It's always wonderful to connect and to find out things about, you know, the artists that we network with, and just great to have you on, JC.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I was waiting for you to contact me. I didn't know when it was going to happen. I was like,
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta wait for the video in between that window. There's a window. You gotta
Yeah.
work.
Well, you're right. I am an octopus. I do have a lot of things going on, so.
you do. You got to be quick. You got to get in there.
He does, and he gets it in. He does a lot there, and you know, JC, I'm trying to corral him so we can interview him, because this guy, he does so many things behind the scenes, and he's put so much music out. We need to get him in the seat.
Yes, interviewing the interviewer.
We need to get him in the seat, and then he can
That's
talk about other promotional things that are coming out.
How do you feel about that, Gary?
Oh, I'm cool with it.
You're cool with it? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. 'Cause that would be interesting.
He's so nonchalant about everything. He's like, yeah, I'm cool with it.
He's laid back.
Cool.
Yeah.
This is way too cool.
That's why he's
But
smooth.
No, that's how Gary is. I'm like, hey, Gary, man, we ought to get your music playing over here. He's like,
Like Perry Como, right?
no, he does. I forgot. He goes,
Remember that SNL skit when they did Perry Como falling asleep on stage? Singing?
That's
I
funny.
remember that.
there could be a
Yeah.
fire going on when Gary's like, yeah, well, walk on it. Down the line, don't trample anybody through the door. Grab a fire extinguisher. If somebody's on fire, put them out. Very good. Just
He's
good.
the calming force. He's the calming force. You need one of those.
He is. He's calm. And Vaughn is the voice of reasoning.
Yes, I can see that.
Yeah.
And me, I'm just a look.
If y'all
I was
want to
gonna
go
say,
there,
what
that's
are
fine
you?
with me.
You are the entertainment Clarence.
When you got material like this to work with, it's pretty easy. Okay. I could be like Gary.
Now I see a statement JC Smith put in the chat. He says Spotify new policy is unless the artist's song reaches 1,000 streams, the artist will will not be paid.
Oh
for
my
streams.
gosh.
Isn't that something?
Really?
Like I said, they're going to be playing less.
Wow.
24.
Isn't that
What's
crazy?
up with them? What is up with that?
They're
That
already
is a
making
crazy
tons of money
stipulation
off
right
of
there.
independent
And it's
people already.
and it's up them. It's up to them for the spins. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
They're going in the
crazy.
wrong direction with it.
They
You know?
are. They sure are.
Something's got to be done about it. You know, something, and I'm sure something will be. You know, so
Yeah.
that's why they're making hay while they can right now, because
Yeah.
there's going to be something done about it.
Yeah.
That's true.
Hopefully.
My goodness.
Hmm.
Well, yeah.
That sounds like that sounds, and I hate to put it this way, that sounds like what they used to do back in the early days of
Hey,
restricting people to vote.
Yeah.
And they'd have the
Oh,
beans
yeah.
in the jar.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can tell me how many beans are in the jar,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
It is.
It's like, what?
yeah.
Look who showed up.
Hey.
Hey,
Oh, hey.
who's your friend?
Her name is Jasmine.
Hi, Jasmine.
Jasmine. Oh.
I get it. I get it.
You looking around like, why do you have me up here? What's going on?
She looks cute, but she's very vicious, aren't you?
Is she a mix?
Good hair.
She's she's a Morkie, so she's part Maltese and part Yorkie. She's
Okay.
11 years old.
All right.
Yeah, ankle nipper.
Okay, I'll let you go now. Because she was downstairs with her dad, right? So she can't stand to be downstairs for that long. She's like, okay, I got to go see what my mom's doing.
Come check up on you. Yeah, cool.
Like, come play with me, huh? Come play with me. It's like my sister got this big Rottweiler, and he'll go in her room with his ball in his mouth, just throw it in her lap.
Yeah.
Like,
I
come
love
on,
dogs.
you know what to do? Pick it up. Come on.
Come
And
on,
then
let's go.
pushes her arm to get it.
Yeah. I love animals. They have their own ways of communicating,
Yes, they
and
do.
they're so pure, right?
They are
There's no
so
there's
very
no
pure.
agenda. Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I have they're Cheagles. It's a Beagle and Chihuahua mix, two of them.
Oh.
And they're not small by any stretch of the imagination. They took on the size of a Beagle, both of them. And it's so funny.
Wow.
Their cage is, I don't like this cage. Their living quarters is in my son's bedroom. And I can walk into the bedroom and the one that looks like he looks like a basset hound. And he'll rise up and all you see of his head peep up above the edge of the bed. And he's looking at me like, what do you want?
What do you want, Ray?
Yeah.
And it's so hilarious to me because he's like looking over the bed like, what do you want?
I know.
Vaughn. He's hilarious.
I actually have some Facebook pages that I follow that are the actual animals. Like I'm a fan of animals on Facebook, right? And so that's one of the things I like to do to relax because they just make me laugh and they make me feel so, sort of more positive about what's going on in the world.
Right.
Yeah, but the real is world for the world is real for these pets. Vaughn, I'm gonna tell you, this is a true story. My wife and I were driving and we're hitting the corner in this residential area, and this lady decides she wants to take her parrot for a walk or whatever it was. Okay, and so while she's walking up behind the parrot, she thinks she's looking all cool and everything. All of a sudden, this troll swoops down, snatches the bird.
Oh no!
And all you see is colors of feathers, red and
Oh
yellow.
my
The bird's
goodness.
mouth. And she's running after the crow,
Oh my goodness!
like,
Oh my
Tuco. That bird was gone.
Wow!
So every time my wife and I drive past that corner, we have a moment of silence.
And you said it was a
Yeah.
crow that picked him up?
A crow snatched it.
Crow.
Yeah, those
We
are
had no
good
business
vicious.
out there trying to
Wow.
walk a parrot.
Man,
Come on.
Yeah.
they vicious.
No, you shouldn't do. That's sad.
Yeah,
That's sad. Yeah, but
That's
she was
sad.
trying to run after it, and it was so fast. Like I said, as it flew off, all you saw were the colored feathers, and you knew what had happened.
That's
Now you
crazy.
sure it
knew what
wasn't
it
like so you sure it was a crow or was it
It was
a hawk?
Crow. I know there wasn't no hawk.
Wow.
Or a
They
buzzard.
never know no
It was
crows
a
to be.
crow, and they be hanging out. They be
I
hanging
never
out.
knew they'd be predators though.
They knew it lived there. They knew evidently. Crows are smart, dude.
Oh, I know.
Oh, wasn't it a crow, babe?
And what's a buzzard? Like, is that?
No, it wasn't no buzzard.
Oh, okay.
It was a crow. Big crow.
They would know a buzzard if they saw one. Because
Okay.
a buzzard ain't playing.
Yeah.
Well, wait, the wife-
He got a wingspan that's like 6 feet long.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't it a crow, Carla?
Wow, that's crazy though.
It could have been a hawk.
She
That's
said
what
it
I'm
was a
thinking.
crow or a raven.
Yeah, or it could have been a hawk of
Or
some
a
It
sort.
could've been-
Yeah,
I'm
they're-
thinking
no
a hawk
hawk.
would do that.
Yeah.
We got plenty hawks here. There wasn't no hawk.
Right. And this was like in a residential
Or
area.
you sure wasn't
He
now?
He
Now,
snatched
owls
it
will do
right
that,
off the
but they
corner.
do it at night.
Right off the corner. Man, it was like 12 o'clock midday.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Uh,
I mean,
Yeah,
I've
you
seen
gotta
them
be-
they pick up. I've seen them pick up small animals like hamsters and
Yeah.
squirrels. I've seen that, but I've never seen them take another bird. I don't know. I don't get that at
yeah,
all.
man.
Wow.
Yeah. It was very intense.
Mm.
It was
You have to be careful. Be careful when you walk your parrot.
Yeah.
They'll take small dogs.
I know, really.
Small dogs, they'll walk your parrot.
That's
She thought
crazy.
she was cute. You know, I'm walking
Dang.
my parrot. You know, nah, that ended very tragically.
And so,
Well, I'm so glad you shared that with us, Clarence.
yeah.
Well, you gotta look out for your pets. That's why every time we hit that corner, I always tell my wife to turn the music down. Have a moment of silence for Tuco.
Like one of these,
That's
right?
great.
So what she have? Does she have like a leash on the parrot?
Oh, leash.
No, she didn't have nothing. She'd have been,
A leash.
she'd have pulled back bones, but she doesn't know.
Hold it. Time
Oh,
out.
had the
when he said he was
she had the
walking a
bird
parrot, I
walking
was
in
like,
front
I
of her.
never heard anybody walking a.
She stepped out her door and she was trying to
I'm trying
get
to visualize.
visualize this, Vaughn.
I'm trying to
She's trying to be
visualize
cool.
a
and have
leash
parrot
on a bird.
walk in front of her. It was like 3 feet from her doorway.
Oh,
if
my
that, but
goodness.
before the abduction happened.
Okay.
But it was so fast.
my
It was
God.
that fast.
That's just
That
unreal.
fast.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's wow. That is really
Man.
wild.
No, it was a big black bird. It was no hawk. We got hawks. I live off a canyon. It's like National Geographic over my fence.
Yeah,
see
I know
hawks
it.
and
Yeah.
rabbits and everything.
Mhm.
But this was a crow
Wow.
Yeah, they can be nasty.
I guess so.
and big. They can be.
I'm surprised because I've never known a crow to do that. I just, you
Neither
see
had
them
I,
in the
huh?
cornfields and
Right.
Neither
they be in the
have I.
trees talking like, cawing all that all day long.
And they be
But-
posted up out here. They be posted out outside your house. They be posted out there,
Yeah.
checking it out.
So
Yeah.
so how did we get into this discussion?
I know.
Because we're talking about our pets.
I don't
Oh,
know.
because of my dog?
All I know is your dog showed up upstairs and then it went sideways.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. That's the world. That's the world today.
Yeah.
Does she have a leash on it? You cold, man. Yeah, I can imagine that now. Yeah.
I know.
Well,
Like a
I
kite.
promise you, I will not walk my bird.
Do not,
See, we got
Lesson learned.
owls, we got hawks,
do not take your bird,
God.
iguana,
You know,
whatever, for a walk. Okay.
we got turkey vultures, we got all that down here, man.
Yeah.
Oh, in the ATL.
Oh,
I
that
bet.
every- that's right.
Mhm.
That's right. You in Georgia, you said?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you're a little bit.
We got them all down here, man.
Put them all, brother.
Mm. Well.
And they don't play. Now I like the
Oh.
owls. Now I'm an owl fan. I love owls.
How they
Well,
turn their head right around? That's freaky.
Yeah, they
Oh.
spent 180 degrees.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
freaky.
We don't.
It's the
we don't
freakiest
see
thing
too
I've
many
ever seen in my
owls out
life.
It is.
We don't see too many owls out here, but on my fence, hawks sit on my fence, Vaughn,
Oh,
and
yeah.
they're like 4 foot long,
Yeah.
Yeah.
big suckers. We watch them dive bomb. It's it's crazy. So for them to do that, and they see from so far up, that parrot didn't have a chance.
No. And it saw the parrot because it was so colorful, right?
Yeah, I mean, I had a target on his back. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
It had target colors. That's for damn sure. But
Yeah.
but it wasn't hard to miss.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I don't. Whew.
Okay, can we talk about something else now?
I know
Yeah,
that's
sure
that's
we can.
I
in,
know.
in with the parrot. I mean the parakeet tragedy. This
Yeah. it's
I
so sad.
know.
Let's have a moment of silence for the bird. The poor thing had maybe 4 or 5 good hops before
Let's see.
it looked cute at first, but
Oh, no.
got very tragic.
Yeah. Well.
True story. Y'all think I'm making this up, but it's true.
No, I believe you. I believe you.
I believe you. It's just.
I've been to Walmart.
See?
I'll put it to you
Another
this way:
subject.
you went to a lot of trouble to let us know that one, so I know it's true.
Yeah, man. I mean, my heart goes out to the family.
Mhm.
I'm
sure they have
or
another
the
one.
bird's family.
Sure they have another bird by now.
Well, that lady's got to explain to her child why that Tuco ain't around no more.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
And I didn't want to be there for that show, but anyway, they probably got another bird before the kid got out of school.
yeah, they
Yeah.
probably did.
Well, I guess we can get ready to start wrapping things up. But I just want to, again, thank you so much, JC, for being here with us today.
Thank you. It was so much fun.
Awesome. Glad you had fun.
So
with us.
entertaining.
Yeah. Well, we try to keep it fun, and always when we're over here, and now that you've been here, you know that your invitation stays right where it is. So whenever
thank you.
Yeah, whenever you're ready to come back, you let me know. You know how to get a hold of me now.
I will.
Yeah. And
just don't walk your bird. Is all.
I think we've all learned that lesson today, Clarence.
Yeah. Absolutely. But yeah, and let's see. Today is the 13th, so we do have. Let's see. Let me grab my phone here because I just got somebody scheduled for the 20th, or not the 20th. Well, next week's Saturday spot. And I wanted to let everybody know who will be joining us, and let's see. It's gonna be.
Who's it gonna be, Gary?
It will be a gentleman by the name of, well, his name is Raymond Coates. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Raymond Coates. He's has a project called Uncle Ray's Project. But anyway, he is a vocalist. I'm just kind of new to getting to know who he is. I'm just got that scheduled actually just a couple days ago. So that's gonna go right into our slot for the 20th, which is coming up, and then let's see. I think we also have on. Let's see. Let me look at this other schedule here.
On the 27th, CTK is coming to you live from the NAMM show.
That's right.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
We're going to be live from NAMM.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll show you the action as it goes down.
And I tell you, that thing comes around so fast, the NAMM.
Yeah. This is the 25th to the 28th, and it's going back into full force.
Mm-hmm.
Not the scarce source as it was these last few times. So,
okay.
We'll be coming live.
Going to be held at it in the West Coast?
At the Convention Center in Anaheim again.
Yeah.
So they're at the regular spot.
That's where they usually have it every time.
Everybody's looking forward to this one because it's going to be full bore again.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the last couple of NAMM shows, they were actually discussing not even coming back again. So they're coming back, and it's going to be a good one. So we'll see you live from there. And you never know.
I know.
You never know.
Yeah. Always somebody special.
Mm-hmm.
Might be JC Soul down there. You don't know. You know.
Yeah.
But I know one thing. They won't be walking their pets. Now, had it been an iguana, that wouldn't have been so bad.
Right.
But I like iguanas too. They're cute.
Them suckers are big. You see them big ones they got down in Florida? They call them the alpha big orange ones.
Yeah. But
They
people
hold
have those as,
them like this.
yeah, they have them as pets though. They're actually good pets. Yeah. I mean, they're not, they're not great to pet or anything because they're all slimy and scaly. But they're very affectionate, apparently.
Yeah, when you want to pull that skin off them, yeah.
All right. Well, I guess we'll
Gary.
Off track again.
Yeah. I gotta stop him before he takes us back down the road.
Yeah, he was headed down there seconds ago,
Well, what I want to say again, thank you so much again, JC. Really appreciate you being here.
Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it. It was a lot of fun.
Great. I'm glad you had a good time.
And we're glad you enjoyed yourself because that is something that we intend on doing, to let you know that we are family here.
Yeah.
And it's about
Thank
having a
you.
great time and good conversation.
That's
And,
right.
just introduce you or anybody else to your audience.
I'll definitely I recommend it to anyone. It's so much fun. It's
Awesome.
a very unique interview process.
Cool.
I like that. I've said that before. I told Gary that.
Yes,
I
you
said,
did.
This is the most unique interview show
Yeah.
in all of anybody's podcast.
Because it's real.
You know, when you go out to these talk shows or any show that's being presented, and they have the warm up person that comes out, warms you up. That's Clarence. Like he's got us all laughing that by the time you're going on air, you're all in hysterics, which is really good because you're not nervous.
Right.
Yeah.
So, no, it's really a lot of fun. Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Okay.
Well, it's kind of like we're sitting on the front porch talking, just
Yeah.
kicking it. And
just having fun.
and that's what we want to do is make you feel comfortable and give you a safe environment, for you to display your talent and tell us what's going on.
Exactly.
We appreciate you coming today.
And that it is.
All
Yeah.
right. Well, I'll open it up for CTK and Vaughn Coulter if you have any announcements you want to make before we get out of here.
Well, basically, like I said, it's been a great day. I love being on this on Saturdays. It definitely helps me to keep learning. It quells my curiosity, and I'm just excited to be part of this. And if anybody wants to be able to send me any music, you can email me at voncoulter.fm@gmail.com. That's voncoulter.fm@gmail.com. Always looking for new music, old music, rare grooves, new grooves, soul, R&B, progressive, contemporary jazz. I got enough classics, y'all. Trust me, I got enough classics. I'm just trying to maintain that richness and that fullness of what the progressive and fusion and all that stuff is as well. So I have no boundaries, and I just want you to know that. And like I said, my platform is your platform.
Here.
Thank you.
And tell them again, Vaughn, your platform again.
Oh, I almost forgot. The platform is KJLM. Jazz Legacy Museum is what that's what it stands for. Jazz Legacy Museum. And so, that's what it's all about. The history of this music and its longevity and its immortality.
Here.
That's what I'm focused on.
I'm recording that. KJ Ellen.
And I would like to say, all you independent people, keep being independent, keep making that music, keep recording, because we're here to support you. We want to thank everybody that comes into the chat room. We love and appreciate seeing you every week. Please get your pet spayed or neutered. Keep him on a leash.
And that was a commercial for the SPCA.
The public service announcement from Clarence.
That's right.
Yes.
Look, Gary laughing.
Yes. All right. Well, with that said, everyone have a great weekend, and please stay warm as you can wherever you are. And for those that are in weather like CTK, well,
we're in San Diego where you can walk your pets.
Yeah. I'm jealous.
Everyone's having nightmares tonight.
Right. No, really. All right, everybody.
Have a great weekend, y'all.
Have a great weekend, everybody.
All right.
God bless.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.